Hi, thank you for joining me for your pick a card reading. For this reading I will be using the Lovers Tarot deck, which is one of my favourite tarot decks and probably one of my oldest, as you will probably see with some of the cards. They've been well used. So again, I'd just like to say thank you to you all, and thank you for sending me your questions. So I will be basing this reading on one of the questions that I received from one of my viewers, and thank you so much. But firstly, I'd like to start off, as I do with the pick a card readings, I like to do them on the full moon. So this full moon phase is the full moon in Sagittarius, and it's quite a special little bit of information actually about the Sagittarius full moon, because it's a power-packed energy coming from it this month, along with all the other aspects and configurations that are going on with all the other planets, which we won't go into at the moment. But it's really packing a powerful energy download to us all. So one of the reasons for that also is because it's conjunct our galactic center. Now, of course, the moon goes through the phase of the constellation of Sagittarius every month, so it's not a necessarily a new thing. It's just that this full moon, I feel that we can really harness some of the energy from that massive vortex in our Milky Way that we know as the galactic center. And it is really creator energy. So this full moon in Sagittarius can be very powerful to connect us with our creating ability, or what we think is what we get, that kind of ability. So focusing on our intentions and checking whether our alignment is in balance. Are we balancing, and are we in alignment with this massive energy upgrade? Now, the key words for Sagittarius is about our belief systems. It's our higher learning, further education, and indeed our wisdom. Along with our sporting spirit. And I know here in Australia the sporting spirit is very much alive and well, and as fate would have it, at the moment there's a little bit of a debate going on about the spirit of the crowd and how vocal and what sort of vocal expressions they should be expressing. So it's quite interesting that it's coinciding with this Sagittarius full moon actually. So yeah, so furthering our education, it's very good to really take some time to feel the energy of the upgrades, because it is in effect upgrading our belief system, so adjusting some of those old orders and creating new order out of it. Some of you might even feel the awakening. You know, you could be in a situation where you're getting, you know, automatic insights, feeling like you're getting cosmic information with this powerful vortex energy being so amplified here with the full moon in Sagittarius. So it is a good time to use meditation and deep breathing techniques to keep your balance, as with full moon energy can actually disturb our sleep, and I know that I didn't get the greatest sleep last night as the build up to the full moon was coming. So if you are struggling with sleeping, try using some meditation techniques to help you to relax, to get a better night's sleep. Use maybe your favourite guided meditation CD or recording that you've got, or you might prefer the sounds of waves ebbing and flowing on the shore, or you may like the sound of crackling of a fire burning. Whatever works for you, and deep breathing techniques also help you to relax enough on some of these full moon phases where we may be tired, but we go to bed and then we're wide awake and we toss and turn. So also just with the full moon too, just remembering that full moons are about culmination, seeing where we're at with things like our projects or our journeys and relationships. All of those things can be contemplated with the full moon to see, you know, where we're at with it. It's sort of like the climax of what was started at the new moon will show you, is it sort of a yay or a nay kind of message with the full moon of what is happening. So if you've started a project on the new moon, for example, you can see by the full moon whether or not that project is moving ahead, is the best way I can describe it. Okay, so now I will do the pick a card for you, and as I explained with my other picker cards, I will put the timeline stamps down in the information there below, and that way you can just click on whatever card, whether you want the first card, second card or third card. Now with the first card I have my beautiful little jade Buddha there. He's guarding the first card. I have my beautiful quartz crystal angel on the second card. Always remember to ask your angels for help. They can't help you unless you ask. And Buddha is wonderful for meditation and quiet contemplation and inner guidance. And I have beautiful amethyst pendulum here on the third card, which is a gorgeous amethyst there for also inner guidance and clarity. Okay, so the pick a card spread today is relevant no matter when you pick the card. So if you don't see this video until 3 months down the track, whatever card you pick will still be relevant for you. And the question that I have put to the cards before I shuffled them and chose them was, will my person return to me? So the first card for will my person return to me is the Tower. Now can we see that, I hope? Let's get a bit closer. There we go. Okay, so the Tower. even though the Tower is a bit of an ominous kind of figure and picture there, because the tower crumbles, but out of the rubble you rebuild something that's more solid and that serves you better. Now, the Tower card in this deck is ruled by Mars, the planet of wrath and action. The Mars energy is raw energy, it's sexuality. So this card is a bit of a challenge for you if you have picked this, asking about your person returning to you, because it is saying to me that your partner may have experienced an impact of some description which created a ripple that affected you too. Something happened suddenly that took you away from, or took your partner away from you, rather. Now, this person may be embroiled in a negative situation. The Tower is one of feeling trapped by fate or by circumstances. It has got connections to that feeling of being imprisoned, or could be criminal activity, or it could also just be as simple as this person met someone else. So indeed you find it hard to understand why this is happening to you, and I can understand that. And you know, the energy from the Tower is initially a bit of a shock. So I get that strongly here, that there was some shock. You certainly weren't expecting this. Now, it could also be letting you know that it was a one-sided relationship. So with this card, there's no promise of reconciliation. So you may have found that you were the one that loved, but you weren't being loved in return. So if this is so for you, then I really do feel that it has caused you a lot of anxiety and upset, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. But there's also a message here with the Tower that is one of great achievement, and I'm being shown with this that you will come through this, and what you build out of the rubble will ultimately build you a firmer foundation for yourself, which will be going a long way to assisting you to heal from this pain and upset that this has caused you. And what is ahead for you is better than what you actually had, even if you can't see that from where you are looking at it from now. And remember, you have Buddha here protecting you, giving you time for quiet contemplation, meditation, and great wisdom. So seek the wisdom and teachings of Buddha to help you with this. And this is a beautiful jade crystal that actually my mother brought back from China when she visited China. So I do treasure my little Buddha. So I hope he can bring a smile to your face too. Thank you, card number one. So thank you, those of you that picked card number one. And many blessings to you all. Namaste. For those of you that have picked card number 2, with the beautiful quartz crystal angel as its guide and protector, you have picked the Chariot. You see that there? There we go, the Chariot. Now the Chariot is a card of success. It's also a card of choice. You were being given a choice with this being, will my person return to me? There is a choice. So the ruling sign of the Chariot is Cancer. And it's also a sign here with the Chariot that is a sign of the past, of your roots, and of protecting the future. The awareness that the Chariot brings is that of the fluid nature of time itself. Everything contains its opposite, without which we cannot be whole. So maybe the person you are thinking of was your complete opposite. Card number 2, people. Now, movement is the key word for Chariot. It signifies journeys, progress and achievement are yours for the choosing. It also indicates important news from faraway places. So this is showing that a destructive phase was happening for your person. Now there are 2 possibilities. One, maybe ambition. Did they become obsessed with success or an unrealistic outlook of their abilities maybe? There's some sort of obsession energy there. Or 2, maybe they were experimenting with drugs or excessive drinking. It also is showing me that one of you lacks faith in this relationship. Perhaps both of you feel that it lacks magic. So for card number 2, people, a serious reassessment of this connection is required now, as well as both of you having the faith, patience and the strength that it's going to take to make it work. So I do feel with this card it is showing me that there will be some reconnection with the person you are thinking of returning to you, but it's really a big decision to whether or not you go with it or you take your own path. And you know, as I said, don't forget to ask the angels for help with making that decision. Card 2, people. Thank you, card 2, people. Many blessings and namaste. Card number 3 with the beautiful pendulum that can answer questions, and you can do a bit of dowsing with the pendulum, which I do actually do. So card number 3 is the Death card. Can we see that? So the Death card is ruled by Scorpio, which also rules sexual passion and other people. It is a sign to me of transition and regeneration. Death affirms rebirth. So it's a rebirth card. And it's showing me that your person that you're asking about is someone who loves you very deeply and powerfully. and their influence upon you resembles an enchantment that you're unable to resist. This effect on you will resonate throughout time and indeed could shape your future. So a brand new life is waiting in the wings. This powerful process is slow, but far-reaching changes are unfolding for you. And what I'm being shown is you looking back on the dark days as if they were a dream. It's like you get to that time down the track and you look back and think, did that really happen? And that's a really good sign that this person is returning to you, and you will truly be reborn. This is showing me that your association together is truly for better or for worse. So lovely message for you there, card number 3. And thank you for tuning in, card 3 people. Many blessings to you all, and namaste. So thank you again for tuning into my channel and supporting me with my readings. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And all the information is down below there of how you can get in contact with me. You can follow me on the Facebook group that I've got, which we're having a lot of fun there. And I have been working on the colours that we can wear that also go with the days of the week, so that's been a lot of fun. So that's L Astrology, Psychic Astrology Group, and you can find that information down there along with my website link as well. So again, thank you to all my subscribers for tuning in with me, and thank you to any new viewers. Please do share and like if you like this video, and if you have any questions you can think of that you'd like me to do a pick a card and use that question, please just let me know. I feel that the will my person return to me question is a really good question, and thank you for asking me to do that one. So until the July Zodiac Wheel reading, I will be working on that. I'm seeing how it all goes, but I'm thinking of doing a winter solstice, because it's going to be a winter solstice here in Australia, and those of you in the northern hemisphere, happy summer solstice. And we've got actually a cold rainy day here, and wearing jumpers. Yeah, so I am looking at doing that as well. Okay, so loving light and blessings to you all. Namaste.